श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय कृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। प्रह्लादनारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासाम्बरीशसुकसौनकभीष्मदाल्भ्यान् रुक्माङ्गदार्जुनवसिष्ठविभीषणादीन् एतानहं परमभागवतान् नमामि। एतानहं परमभागवतान् नमामि। तल्लक्षणानि वाच्यन्ते नानामत भेदात्. This we saw yesterday. Tallakshana means Druda Bhakti, Nishchaya Dhardhyam. Nishchaya Dhardhyam, after arriving at a firm conclusion regarding Bhakti and after attaining firm commitment to the Lord, Nishchaya, conclusion about the Lord. So what is the Lakshanas of Nishchaya Dhardhyam? That is said now. Otherwise, some Mahatmas commented, Tat means Bhakti, Bhakti Lakshanani. Bhakti Lakshanani, we can say, again it is being repeated. Or, what are the characteristics by which we would come to know that the Bhakti is established? This is the thing. So, Tal Lakshanani Vachyante. Why na Vachyante? Again it is being told Nana Mata Bhedat. In these Lakshanas, there are so many opinions are there. So, first opinion is Puja Dishu Anuragaha Iti Parasharyaha. Pujadishu anuragaha iti parasharyaha. Son of Parashara, Parashara Maharshi is there. His son is Vyasa Bhagavan. So, Parasharyaha, Veda Vyasji says, Nishchaya Dhardhya Lakshana. According to him, Puja Adishu Anuragaha. He says, attachment or in the worship of the Lord with deep love, Anuragaha. So, in puja, etc., Anuraga is Bhakti Lakshana, Nishchaya Dhardhya Lakshanam, according to Veda Vyasji. Now see, Anuraga, Raga means you know. Anuraga means that which follows Raga. And who it is actually a ragi is who? Ragi is here, what is that raga? Towards whom? Bhagavan only. So therefore, Anuraga is, I never forget God, and Lord, He will never forget me. Both the sides, they don't forget each other. Bhakta never forgets the Bhagavan, and Bhagavan never forgets us. So, who is Ragi there? Actually, Bhagavan is Ragi because Bhagavan will never forget. Such a Bhagavan who never forgets us, towards Him, an unbroken flow of love. An unbroken flow of love which is impossible to break. That is Anuraga. Prem mein, suppose you love some. What is a worldly love? I love someone, but I found nowadays he or she is not behaving properly. Therefore, my love is cut. I give up my love. Because my object of love is not loving me. That Puja Gurudev called it as a commercial love. I told you he called it as, even among family members, it is commercial love. Your son is serving the father till he writes the will. And the will is not according to his anticipation. Therefore, he stopped serving his father. You are not seeing such cases? Plenty. Plenty. So, like Mahatma Ji says, in love, there is no tyaga. In the sense what? You don't give up the object of love. You don't renounce your love mate in any condition. That is love. But then what if that love mate is not behaving properly towards me? That love mate became problematic. That Mahatma says, if that is the case, not in the case of Bhagavad Bhakti, in any love, then if you really love, what happens is you serve him or her more. छोड़ते नहीं, मगर त्याग भाव, सेवा भाव बढ़ जाती है. More you serve, because that love, you feel that other person is not giving you love, doesn't matter. I love him, even though he or she may not understand. So my love is not depending on his response towards my love. If our love is depending on, based on the response of my object of love, then it is not love. It is business. It is a transaction. It's a give and take. It is तोलना. मैं कितना प्रेम किया, तुम कितना प्रेम किया. How much, what is the value of the birthday gift I gave on your birthday? And what is the value of birthday gift that you gave on my birthday? Let us compare. So all our love in the world is a business transaction. But here Anuraga is not one way. Because the Lord, the devotee knows that I love my Lord, beloved, and beloved Lord is never disowning me. Very beautiful thing. And therefore here, puja adishu, this is anuraga. And anuraga, because of that anuraga, seva continues in the form of puja adi. What is the other name for puja adi in English? Service, church service, service in temple. It's called seva. Beautiful thing. So Vyasa Bhagavan says, suppose you say, because I love, it expresses in the form of worship. It expresses in the form of service. And in that worship and service, there is a discipline. There is a rhythm. There is order. Why? Because you love so much that everything is systematically offered. Suppose you love, forgive me to say, if a beggar stands at the house, and beggars also are like viragis only, so I tell you one thing, in some places, in sometimes. Because वो झोले में वो सब कुछ उसी में डाल दो. सब कुछ उसी में डाल देते. But if you really want to feed a beggar, how should we feed? Make him sit. I love Narayana in the form. बिठा के परोसना शुरू करूं, परोस के खाना आराम से दाल सब्जी एक के बाद एक प्रेम से पूछते हुए. If I offer food to him in that way, that is real service. What am I? If you really love, there is an order, there is a rhythm, there is a special fragrance. Vyasaji says, if this fragrance is absent, how can you come to a conclusion that Nishchayadardhya took place? Very beautiful thing. So without a discipline in life, how can we know that our bhakti is paripakva, is total, is bhav purvak? Like imagine gopis giving food to Krishna with how and respect they offer. And our love, our mothers, some modern mothers' love for modern children is, fridge पे पड़ा है, लेके खाना है. They don't serve because there is no love. In olden days, that love used to be there between husband, wife, anybody. Somebody, 2 days back or somebody, 3-4 days back, all over some youth and everybody was there in the room. Immediately you bring gender. Gender obsession is in your mind, I tell you. You are so much identified with physical body that you cannot get out of it. Gender obsession. So I told one girl, your husband is here. So she said to him, तो लेके आओ मेरे लिए. Kitchen से अंदर से कुछ. I told, my dear, why don't you do it? Immediately she identified with Nari Jagat. Why can't he serve me? There you are demanding, identified with the body. Then some other lady has come. Yes, it is correct. लड़ते रहो, मरो ऐसे. My blessings are there for all of you. fight like this only and die. And die. If I say, suppose wife is there, that my dear Amma, you serve your husband. Why should I serve? Why can't he serve? As long as you are arguing like this, when I say you serve him, why should you treat that as a woman you are serving a man? Why can't you think I am serving as an individual extension of my own self in another form? Why the hell you don't think like that after listening to Vedanta? Why don't you think like that? Every time you feel, see, she is serving him, he is serving her. Suppose he serves her, that also log majak. Why don't you see I am serving spouse in either way, in any direction, as a human being serving another human being, as a jiva serving another jiva, as Paramatma in that form I am serving, that thought doesn't come. And where there is Anuraga then? Therefore, in all our love, it is only dirty, third rate, cheap, that's it. It is not love, it is only vyapar. And some other case also. So, after marriage, I asked that girl, hey, did you change your surname now? Why should I change? The snakes are hidden. Huss! Then I told, why do you add then two titles? Your previous surname and a new surname, both you add one by one like a chain. Why should you add? Drop both, no? No, I am identified with my. Bhakti means transcendental. Jnana is, you have to cross all these things. सुधरेंगे नहीं हम इस जन्म में, next life better luck. Because this ego is so much powerful, I tell you. Identification with the body, so powerful in us. With gender, so powerful in us. If you want to enter into the halls of spiritual wisdom, neither you are male nor female. न स्त्री पुम्ना सन्न सन्न सदसन्न महन्न चाणु न स्त्री पुमां न च पुंसकमेक बीजम न सत न असत न स्त्री न पुमान न नपुंसकम. I am that eternal beyond all this. So therefore, in love, in all our love, there is no order, there is no rhythm. Love order means there is a, whenever you serve with love. And where there is love is there is some kind of sincerity, properly serving is there. That properness, if I am using that word, properness, in love, Vyasaji refers as Pujadishu Preeti Anuragaha. So therefore, Puja mein anurag is what? Kriya Pradhan. Because you serve something. And you imagine the Lord is come and Apadyam, then Argyam, then the Lord is seated there. When I invite that Lord in that form, He is there in front of me. I am worshipping Him with all love. And therefore, if you really do puja with all love, I don't know how long it will take. Therefore, he says, And in that puja, the kriya, there is anuraga is important. That otherwise, you don't, suppose you love your child so much, therefore you spend 1 hour in putting dress to him, putting tika, putting bal sajana, tel lagana. Why? Today is Janmashtami, I make my child as Krishna. How long you struggle with that child, naughty child? By the time you put crown, he will remove the लुंगी नीचे करा दिया, नहीं नंगा घूमना था उसको. When by the time you put, he निकाल दे, ये क्या टांग पे लगाया था, चल निकाल दो. That mummy is so interested to see him as Krishna, she struggles with him for 2 hours for one photograph. You ask, why that struggle? She says, shut up and get out. I want to see my child as Krishna. How much time she spends, you tell me. And to make that photograph, to come out well, how many clicks, how many shots. So therefore, in Kriya, Puja Adi Kriya mein, in that there is some kind of a love, proper service with extraordinary love, expresses a service to Lord. Vyasji says, so kshane kshane yen navatam upayiti tadeva rupam ramaniyatayaha. And one day you decorate the Krishna with one type, second day you decorate Krishna with another dress, third day, every day you want to see him in a new dress, new cloth, new agarbatti, new flavor, new chandan. I mean, so much patience. Why that love is so much towards the Lord, and with all love you serve. Because kshane kshane everywhere there is navinata is brought. So if you new ways of worship, see kshane kshane yen navatam upayiti, that is beautiful, that is blissful. And when you are worshipping also, ek upachara, you remember his leelas, his gunas. So Vyasa Bhagavan says, of all the people Vyasa who wrote Brahma Sutras, Shuddha Jnana, Athato Brahma Jignasa, he says, Pujadishu Anuragaha. Some people get this kind of love, there is rasa in puja adi. Therefore, when this takes place in you, that one of the symptoms, one of the lakshanas of bhakti dardhyam, nischaya dardhyam, that you have firmly established in devotion is puja adi, etc. क्रियाओं में, पूजा आदि क्रियाओं में अनुरागः. I know, I have seen so many people. Krishnashtami comes means, oh God, what a decoration. 1 week before onwards, what so many, they draw Krishna's feet right from the gate up to the puja room. And Krishna comes or not, we don't know, but he creates such a havoc in the house. Because Krishna is coming, you should not enter into this door, come from back door only for 1 week. Why? This is the Krishna's path. I have seen people doing it, I am telling you. So much devotion, so much singing, and all. They make 9 types of sweets. Not each 1 kilo, half a kilo and all. Maybe small quantities. But she prepares. All 9 types of sweets, varieties of sweets she has to cook. Not from bazaar. Ele ana doodh peda 2 kilo. वो लेना, वो बर्फी इधर लेना. That is our bhakti. I have seen, I am telling you, please believe me. I used to wonder क्या patience कहाँ से आती बाबा उसको. 9 types of sweets. And she sings, "Go Krishna, come to my house," and all that. And boom, bhadaka. Not glamorous, but bhav is full. And Krishna comes and Krishna eats and some माखन उसको मूर्ति भी लगा दो वहाँ पे, शाम तक चींटियाँ भी आ जाती है वहाँ, भगवान मुँह के ऊपर चींटी लगा दो, प्लास्टिक and all that. Then you must get. Then only that lady can sleep, the devotee can sleep. Have you seen? So much of love, so much of devotion. Therefore, Bhagavan Veda Vyasji says, Pujadishu Anuragaha. Very wonderful. Iti Parashariyaha. Now, Garga Rishi. Garga Rishi was the one. Who is Garga Rishi? Bhagavatam experts? The one who named Bhagavan Krishna as Krishna. He went to Vasudevaji's house and named him as Garga. Garga Rishi. Kathadishu iti Gargaha. Kathadishu iti Gargaha. Katha adi. Katha means stories. Extreme love and ruchi in listening to the stories of the Lord. Ruchi. And same story you hear again and again. Not that, ये तो मैं सुन चुका हूँ बहुत बार, बोर हो गया, बहुत हो गया. This I heard many times in the past. Now let me analyze how he tells compared to that Bhagavatar who told in that Bhagavat Katha. Let me know whether he tells properly or not. No. Same story, you listen again and again, but every time you are transported into new joys of inner beauty and bliss. Same story. Same spiritual text to listen again, we get bored. Same story to listen again, we get bored. See? And every story when you listen, you bring newness into the story. As though you are listening to it for the first time. I told you Mahatma used to be there. And he never completed the chanting of Bhagavad Gita 18 chapters, even once. He tried many times. Vichara, I heard about that great Mahatma. बड़े भक्त थे भगवान कृष्ण जी के. तो किसी ने कहा, महात्मा जी आप पाठ नहीं कर पाए अभी तक जीवन में. नहीं कर पाया. क्यों, क्या प्रॉब्लम है आपको? सब तो ठीक है. बोले मैं क्या करूं? In the first chapter only, ततः श्वेतैः हहैर्युक्तैः महतिस्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पांडवश्चैव दिव्यौ शंखौ प्रदद्मतु. That श्लोक आते ही भगवान और अर्जुन दिख देते हैं. And I become स्तंभनम. Thereafter, the mighty chariot, Bhagavan Krishna and Arjuna, blowing their divine conches, entered the battlefield. That's it. That drishya will come and I enter into samadhi. Afterwards, why should I study second chapter, third chapter? Pagalpana hai. There is no need for me to chant. So whenever he tries, that picture comes to chant Bhagavad Gita. Therefore he said, I can't chant. So therefore, Taking rasa in kirtana is bhajan. भगवान का नाम लेते रहो, उसमें रस आएगा. That is called bhajan. And in japam, you take rasa of only one name, repeating that same name without boredom. मिठास, मीठापन मुंह पर, मुंह में, जीभ पर मिठास, भगवान का नाम. And really you experience that sweetness of the name. Only one name repeated, that is called japa. And in katha, what happens? Many leelas you listen. Many leelas are heard. And therefore, Gargaji says, listening to satsang, listening to katha, ruchi. They go and listen. Yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam tatra tatra Krutamasthakaanjalim Bhashpavari Parpurna Lochanam Maruthim Namathanakshasantakam. Bhagavan Hanuman, wherever Ramayana Katha takes place, there he presents. He cannot, रामायण राम जी को देखा है आप, राम जी के साथ ही थे. So much time has already happened on earth. Are you not tired of Ramji's katha? Same dialogue, same Ramcharitmanas. Are you not tired? Same Sundarakand. Jamavanta ke vachana suru. Same Sundarakand. Are you not tired? Hanumanji went to this one, Surasa, then this Rakshasa, then Lanka Pravesh, then Vapas, Sita ji ka darshan to Lanka. Thak nahi hai aap. So therefore, a devotee who is never tired of listening to the stories of the Lord is bhakti, is lakshana of Nishchayadardhyam according to Garga Rishi. That's why, Bhagavat, so many people. So many Bhagavat Kathakars are there. Those who are I met one Bhagavat Kathakar in Kerala. He is no more. Old man. Somewhere he is. Anyway, we went and he doesn't know any language. I don't know Malayalam. मजा आया दोनों का. One Swami also is there with me, Malayali. So he was conversing. बैठे रहे पलंग पर सोए हुए. He conducted more than 3,000 Bhagavat Kathas, Saptahas in his life. Means कण कण भागवत रस में डूबा हुआ है. Akana Maharaj, such a jnani and great bhakta also. And आंख बंद करके used to order Sishyas, चलो भागवत पढ़ो. And all 18,000 slokas he by hearted. And वहाँ पे भी any little pronunciation or one word you swallow, no, ये तो ऐसा नहीं होता. वो क्या हुआ, एक पद तुमने खा लिया. Be alert. He used to quietly close his eyes and listen to the chanting and correct the chanting. And they used to, and they know Sanskrit also. So when they are reading, they enter into bhava samadhi. So kathadishu iti gargaha. And our type is, we get tired. भक्ति सुनोगे, बहुत हो गया स्वामी, थोड़ा ज्ञान सुनाओ, तत्वमसि ज्ञान. सो ज्ञान में चलो चला गया, बहुत, ये सब कठिन है स्वामी. इससे अच्छा ना भगवान का नाम बड़ा आनंद है. कृष्णा कृष्णा बोलते रहो, मजा आएगा. माने हम सब क्या, न घर का न घाट का, न उधर का न इधर का. भक्ति में गए तो चलो नहीं, क्या क्या भक्ति है, बहुत हो गया स्वामी जी, अब थोड़ा ज्ञान पढ़ाओ। ब्रह्म इज अभिन्न निमित्त उपादान कारण ईश्वर, सर्वव्यापी, ब्रह्म सत्यम, जगन मिथ्या, all those things. Only they never born, anything was born, never existed, never exists. All your मनोकल्पितम इदम सर्वम, ऐसा पढ़ा। उसमें चले गए तो ड्राई ड्राई लग रहा है स्वामी जी, कुछ है ही दिखने पता नहीं, थोड़ा रस भरित प्रवचन धरो करो। कैसे करें भगवान की लीलाएं? तो बीच में कोई आएगा भागवत सप्ताह करने के लिए, आप वाह रिफ्रेशिंग वीक, न इधर का न उधर का, ठीक है। नौ कथादिश्विति गर्गः, नौ आत्मरति अविरोधेन इति शाण्डिल्यः, आत्मरति अविरोधेन इति शाण्डिल्यः। आत्मरति अविरोधेन इति शाण्डिल्यः। Shandilya Bhakti Sutras also are there. Like Narada Bhakti Sutras are there, Shandilya Sutras also are there. He also gave Bhakti Sutras. Shandilya Rishi, he says, Atmarati avirodhena. He says, now when you do puja, adishu, or katha adishu, he says, if there is no ras, atmarati, born in and through all these sadhanas, there is no rasa in puja, if there is no rasa in whatever you listen or whatever you do kriya, yoga. In Bhagavad, kriya yoga means what? Narayana Archana is kriya yoga. There is one chapter on kriya yoga in Bhagavad. And you read kriya yoga means pranayam technique, nothing. विष्णु की स्थापना, विष्णु का आराधना, विष्णु जी का ये उपचार करना, ये करना, धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती इत्यादि अलंकार करना, भगवान को भोग देना, नमस्कार करना, प्रदक्षिण करना, दैट इज भागवत में क्रिया योग. एवरी डे यू डू दिस सिस्टमैटिकली, दैट इज क्रिया योग. सो इन पूजा आदि क्रियाओं में, एंड द क्वेश्चन इज, Shandil Rishi says, if there is no ras, there is no use. So the rati, atma rati, avirodhena, without virodha, meaning without hindrance, without any break, without any stop, you are enjoying that atma rati. Atma rati means reveling in blissful self of yours, reveling in your own self. And this is when you are reveling. If there is no rati in puja, if there is no ananda, bliss in katha sravana, if that rasa is not welling up, and you are not having that kind of a feeling that you are reveling in your own blissful self, then it is all of no use, he says. That rati, atma rati is bhakti. Meaning, when you, they bhava samadhi, they enjoy, they live every moment. If katha sravana mein, if kathakar says, Krishna slowly, tiny, small Krishna with a beautiful small feet, slowly making his steps towards a gopi, to pull his hair from behind, and when the katha, this entire going on, he is seeing Krishna and gopi there and pulling the hair and enjoying and reveling in that bhav. And we listen from balcony. बिकॉज सिनेमा हॉल में बालकनी में जा बैठ के आदत हो गया हमको, दूर बैठ के देखना है विथ a मूंगफली popcorn packet. We listen from a distance, not physically. There is no bhav. So atmarati avirodhena. And this is, so in other sutra also there in Shandilya, he says ubhayaparam Shandilya. Ubhayaparam Shandilya means here there is atmarati and paramatmarati in listening, in puja adi ityadi kriyadishu. There is this is rasa is welling up. If there is no rasa, there is no bhava, there is no trupti, then you are not enjoying, then you are not actually established in devotion. Shandilya Rishi says, पूजा करो बट रस होना चाहिए. Vyas ji indicated that rasa only, anuragaha. Katadishu anuragaha iti gargaha, anuraga is rasa there. And that rasa is specified. What kind of rasa it is? It is not external rasam. Tamil rasam. It is atmarati. Something you revel in your own self, blissful self, listening to the glories of the Lord. And when you love intently anyone, and you know, mothers can't stop talking about their children. आपको सुन सुन के थक जाते हैं एक्चुअली, मैं तो थक जाता हूँ. But little child, 1 year old suppose, and she speaks about him, mother. स्वामी जी सोते समय भी बीच में उठ जाता है, एवरी बच्चा उठता है, विथ इन ब्रैकेट आई विल टेल, शी विल गेट एंग्री. उठ के मुझे जगाता है, एवरी बच्चा डज दैट. इफ आई टेल दैट शी विल थ्रो मी आउट ऑफ द हाउस. I should listen. And he gives me a naughty look. Every child does that. And whole leelas of her son, she will speak. Yes or no? All mothers must have done it, na? Especially first child. More. Everybody comes, anybody comes. Oh, pray. And you are not tired of repeating that? You are not tired. तब आई गो आफ्टर बड़ी मुश्किल से सुन के मुझे भिक्षा मिली आखिर में, मैंने खा के चला गया. Somebody else come, same कहां she repeats. She is not tired, she is reveling. So many parents bring their children, you know, and everybody will tell 1 or 2 stories and go. I should listen. मैं सोचता हूँ कि सब बच्चे ऐसे ही करते हैं. नहीं, that child is special to that mother. My God. Think. So that is called, she is reveling in the bliss, Atmarati. ठीक है. आत्मरति अविरोधेन इति शांडिल्य. नाउ यू आस्क, नारद जी अपना अभिप्राय तो बताओ. व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट भक्ति? ये तो बताइए. यू आर टेलिंग गर्ग जी सेज लाइक दिस, शांडिल्य सेड लाइक दैट, व्यास जी सेड लाइक दैट. व्हाट अबाउट यू? यू डोंट हैव एनी ओपिनियन? यू आर ग्रेट भक्त. नारदस्तु तदर्पित अखिलाचारता तद्विस्मरणे परम व्याकुलता इति. नारदस्तु तदर्पित अखिलाचारता तद्विस्मरणे परम व्याकुलता इति. Narada says emphasis all round progress. Narada के अनुसार he says, all round progress. Bhakti is not only in puja, bhakti is not only in katha, bhakti is not only in Atmarati eva, only in the Rati. No. Bhakti and Rati is not occasional, it is incessant, non-stop. Narada ji to ऐसे ही है ना. He is ever yoked with Narayana and is ever blissful. Non-stop supply of bliss. And he says, why only puja adishu anuraga? Whatever you do, it should be an expression of love to the Lord. Lord is again not in specific form. Okay, Lord is in every form. So whether you feed a dog, who is that saint, और रोटी लेके पीछे कुत्ते के पीछे भागने लगे. एकनाथ जी, I don't know, forgot. रोटी के, हे महाराज कुत्ते आया, नहीं भागा, कुत्ता भी भाग रहे हैं. कुत्ता डर गया कि पीछे क्यों भाग रहा है. बोला घी लगाना भूल गया. उसको पकड़ के शायद मुंह से वो रोटी निकालवा के फिर घी लगा के फिर खा लिया. भाई बेटा नारायण, विदाउट घी हाउ यू आर ईटिंग, सूखा रोटी कैसे खाओगे तुम, प्यार से खाओ. So therefore he says tadarpita akhilacharata. Tad arpita bhagavat samarpitam akhilachara. Akhilachara means all things, whatever you do, all activities are all dedicated to the Lord. This is a great devotee, does it. I know one old man. I must have told about this also. He is also no more, died long back. He is a great Ram Bhakta, Nirantara Ram Japa, and Karma Yogi. Tadarpita Akilacharata, that is his Siddhanta. And great astrologer. And because of his upasana, he knew his death, when he is going to die. And he told his wife also. He told his daughter also. Such a great bhakta he was. And after retirement also, he was started working in some place. Great job, big job he did. He said, again continuing. Why should he sit quietly? He said, okay. And he would walk every day and carrying about half a kilo of broken rice in his own pocket of kurta. दोनों कुर्तों में पैसा नहीं, चावल भर भर के दे जाते. His wife says, you are now 70-year-old, 71. Why don't you go in rickshaw? No. All my friends are waiting. Who are friends? Ants and small creatures en route. He befriended them, all them. He says, they all wait for him. So every day he has to put some broken rice in different corners on the road. And देखने वाले समझ से पागल कहाँ से आया, चावल फेंकते जा रहा है. Every day he does it. He refuses to go to rickshaw. For him, it is seva. He discovered a form of service to Lord. And whole life was service. And devoted to Ram. Beautiful thing. So Mahatma says, those who shed tears during kirtan and japa, and those who become rusht in Vedanta class, that means their Nishchayadardhya is incomplete. कथा सुनते सुनते बस भाव पानी, कथा होते ही दूसरे जगह पे गया, बस सब भक्ति भाव खत्म हो गया. मीनिंग दैट भाव इज कंडीशनल बाय सराउंडिंग्स. हमारी भक्ति कैसी है? अलंकृत भगवान का रूप देख करके भक्ति भाव जागृत हो जाती है. यदि अलंकार ठीक से नहीं हुआ, भक्ति की जागृति होती नहीं. आज सूखा सूखा लग रहा है भगवान सूखा सूखा लगता है, सुना सुना भगवान सुना. तेरा मन सुना है या भगवान सुना है? नहीं, मजा नहीं आ रहा है देख के. वी आर अलंकार प्रियास. Yes or no? Alankara is required only to create an environment for the mind to get that devotion. Okay. If Alankara is not there, it doesn't mean you don't love. The mother loves the child even he is muddied, sullied in mud. Yes or no? नहा के आओ तब मैं प्रेम करूंगी. So therefore, Nishchayadardhya, Tadarpita Akhila. And Mahatma, the Narada says, don't distribute the work. ये घर का काम है, ये ऑफिस का काम है, ये पत्नी के लिए काम है, ये पति के लिए काम है, बच्चों के लिए कर रहा हूँ, ये भगवान के लिए है. समझ में आ गया बात आपको? तो वी डिवाइड, बांट के हम जीते हैं. भगवान नारद जी सेज दैट तदर्पित अखिला आचारता. A bhakta never divides the work in this sense that this is household work, this is temple work, this is the work for wife. मैं पत्नी के लिए, पति के लिए या बच्चों के लिए काम कर रहा हूँ, नौकरी कर रहा हूँ, मेरे मालिक का काम है. मालिक माने ऊपर का मालिक नहीं है, हर जगह व्यापक मालिक नहीं है. So we divide this work. Narad ji says a true devotee should not divide. Whatever you do, it is Lord's work. You know, why do we have conflict in life? Conflict in us, stating that conflict with regards to this activity is undivine, this activity is not spiritual, this activity is exclusively spiritual, this activity is semi-spiritual. Spirituality is all inclusive. It is not an exclusive sadhana, it is all inclusive. All inclusive means what? Everything is included in it. There is nothing, please understand, if you really want to progress on the path of spirituality, if you really want to evolve, one thing I must understand, there is nothing undivine in this creation. Nothing undivine. Everything is divine. If you understand this, tadarpita akhila acharata. ठीक है. So Nischayadardhyam takes place. So I am yours, O Lord, you are mine, O Lord. Till this is complete. Every moment I am living for my Guru or God. I belong to him, he belongs to me. And I am unable to separate anything from him. Whatever I do, think, act, anything, everything is my samarpana to Lord only, because there is nothing undivine, and everything is spiritual, and spirituality is all inclusive. This, by God's grace, if we understand and live like it, every moment as ordered by the Lord, and there is amount of sacrifice in that. There is nothing. This is spiritual. I tell you one thing. This also will go if you really grow in life. What is that? All the dialogues normally in houses we listen now. There must be room, space for me. There must be space for me. Have you heard this dialogue or not? Where is my space then? Friends, remember, there is nothing, your space. First of all, there is no space, because all pervading Brahman alone is there. The moment we argue, that people ask, so many people, suppose somebody 11 o'clock, 11:30 also somebody comes to meet, I attend to them. Other same time, two works, of course I cannot do. Then I gently convey. But there is nothing like, even my room is not my room. That also is akraman karte log aake andar. Where is my privacy? Is in your own heart. In your heart, what you are, that's too private. Nobody can see except Guru. The what your true being is, the Lord knows, Guru knows. If you want to keep something for yourself in life, then tadarpita khila acharata is not complete. And therefore, according to you, uneducated women of this country in the past or anywhere in the world, some great women are there. According to you, they are uneducated. According to me, they are super educated. They lived only for their family. In what? Cooking food, taking care of house, feeding children and grandchildren, and available service all the time. Somebody comes at 3:30 for food, the same old woman gets up and feeds him. Somebody comes at 6 p.m., same old woman gets up and feeds. I have seen such great people. Whole life is smilingly served, without complaints, without talking like you people say, my space. There is no space for me in my life. अपने लिए मैंने क्या कर रही हूँ, मेरे लिए जीवन में क्या बचा है. Very difficult, friends, because totally you should forget yourself in the service of your brethren. Brother means sisters also. And in that, sacrifices are to be made. And that sacrifice is real spiritual sadhana. As Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, one lady complained to Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, when I sit for puja and this my meditation and this my grandson comes, that idiot wakes up at 4 o'clock with me. He can't sleep. And he sees me also not on the bed in my room. He comes to disturb me when I am meditating at 4 o'clock. He will say, wake me up from my sitting meditation. What should I do, O Bhagavan? My grandson is like that. Where will I go for quiet meditation? Bhagavan said, on whom you are meditating? On Krishna. See Krishna in your grandchild. Attend to him. Talk to him. Play with him. That is your meditation. No, I will leave the house. Those who really leave the house don't proclaim it. They don't proclaim. Ramana Maharshi never declared, I am going to the house. Tapan outside, I am going out. Tapan Maharshi never told, I am going out, not to return. His innocent brother gave him bye-bye, send off at station, jaldi aa jana, Himalaya ghumne ja rahe. And he only knows, Tapan knows that he is not going to come back. He smiled at the age of 29, 30 years when he was. Remember, whenever there is sangharsha in us, there is a conflict in us, that indicates there is no surrender. Very deep statements I am talking. When conflict is born, it is due to lack of surrender. Resistance. Spirituality is not easy to understand. It's not easy. So, tadarpita akhilacharata. I'll spend 5 minutes more. I have to complete this sutra. Tad vismarane. Paramavyakulata. And if you forget Lord, and paramavyakulata, there is immense, intense pain in the heart, excruciating pain you will be feeling in the forgetfulness of the Lord. If you forget, it is painful. So, isliye it is said that Vipad Vismaranam Vishnoho Sampat Narayana Smritihi. Vipad Vismaranam Vishnoho. Vipat means adversity. Forgetting Vishnu is adversity. Sampat Narayana Smritihi. And remembering Narayana is real sampat, real wealth. If you forget, there is intense pain of separation. Narada says, you cannot forget. Why? You cannot bear the pain. It is said, Vishasmarana, Vismarana, Visha plus Marana. Somebody told, Visha and Vish plus Marana. If you do Bhagavan ka Vismarana, then Sansara ka Vish andar pravesh karke aapko मौत दिला देता है. विस्मरणे विष प्रवेशः, संसार विष प्रवेशः, then followed by mrityu. Therefore it is said vismrti is vipatti and smarana is sampatti. So Narada says you cannot forget him, because if you forget him, you will experience excruciating pain. That is the sign of a devotee. Naturally, if we remember after forgetting some time, suddenly we remember. When in love, there is no forgetfulness. So somebody said, I cannot remember you. Why? I never forgot you. Guru never remembers disciple. Why? He never forgets disciple. With the Guru's consciousness alone, the disciples are dragged at the mercy of the Guru. Along with the Guru, he is dragging disciples also. But disciple may not be aware, blissfully unaware. So Guru never forgets. But we forget the Lord. And what is the sign of it? If we forget, excruciating pain. Therefore, great masters have said, if you are experiencing sorrow, that means you are away from the Lord. Okay, I am with the Lord, but sorrows can never end. No. Sorrows may greet you from a distance and go. They will not have capacity to trouble you if you are in the lap of the Lord. If sorrows are troubling us, means we are away from the Lord. Sorrows are paraded in front of me, that means I am in the lap of the Lord. They don't touch me. They visit, they play for some time in front of me, they go away, but they can't give me sorrow. That means I am in the lap of the Lord. Okay? Tad vismarane parama vyakulatacha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.